This could be the next trillion-dollar company. All you have to do is wait. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. This is Pradeep and you're watching Vlog of Note. In this video, I'm going to tell you about 3 reasons why I'm bullish about the stock of Airbnb. ABNB. Let's get started. So first of all, usual disclaimer here, I'm not a SEBI registered expert. I'm just a person who has made a reasonable amount of money by investing in the stock market. If you want to make your own investments, do your own market research. Also, Airbnb is listed in the US. I use Winvestor to make these investments. It's a pretty slick app. Oh, and also, I would recommend you have a 2:1 split in your portfolio for better geodiversity and risk allocation. Now, what is Airbnb? For those of you who don't know, Airbnb is a travel and experiences company which was founded over 14 years ago by Brian Chesky. Now, it was founded because he didn't have enough money to pay his rent and he wanted to sublet his property. So there is a real need for this company back then and even more so now. Airbnb has over 6 million listings on their platform. There are over 1 billion homes in the world today. 20 million of these are currently Airbnb-able. That's what I like about this company. Their name is a verb, like Google it, Swiggy it, Uber it, Airbnb it. Airbnb had their public market debut in 2020. It's not a great year for a travel company, but their stock doubled and then doubled again on the day of listing. On the first day of listing, this stock closed at $144 a share. Now, over 1.5 years later, it's still at about that range. Now, this is not because it's a bad company, but however, as Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger says, it's not a good idea to participate in an IPO, at least in the US, because there are too many commissions involved. Anyway, there are 3 reasons why I'm bullish about the stock of Airbnb. The first reason has to do with their earnings. I'm referring to Q4 of 2021. Now, understandably, 2020 was not a good year for a travel company. So any number in 2021 is going to be good. However, if you look at street estimates, their EPS rating, that is earnings per share, was supposed to be only 3 cents. However, it came in at 8 cents. That's over 150% above street estimates. These are extremely smart people in Wall Street, even they got it wrong. Also, when it comes to revenue is $1.5 billion versus $1.4 billion as estimates. And even when it comes to guidance, Airbnb says they're going to get $1.4 billion as opposed to estimates which were supposed to be $1.2 billion. As of right now, their summer bookings are supposed to be 25% higher than 2019, so pre-pandemic levels. The second reason why I'm bullish about the stock of Airbnb has to do with their intrinsic value. Now, intrinsic value is the way an investor values a company as opposed to the stock market. The stock market can do crazy things sometimes. There are various ways in which you can calculate intrinsic value. We're going to be using the discounted cash flow method with 2 stages. The first stage is the first 10 years from the date of estimate, and the second stage, called the terminal value, is the stage after that. Obviously, growth rate will reduce when it comes to terminal value. Now, we estimate that the present value of future cash flows and the present value of the terminal value together makes it $140 billion, and if we estimate 6.6% as the cost of equity as opposed to the weighted average cost of capital, we will arrive at the fact that this company is 41% undervalued. I'm sure you can factor in things like risk of geopolitical disasters, the fact that insiders like the co-founder have been selling shares, and there are also alternative investments. However, at the very least, this company is significantly undervalued. The third reason why I'm bullish about the stock of Airbnb has to do with remote work, flexible work, and work from home. Now, we all know this. Over the last 2 years, we've been largely working from home. However, remote work is here to stay. For example, in Airbnb's earnings, they say that over 22% of the total bookings in their platform, that is 1 out of 5 bookings, are for more than 28 days. Also, nearly half of all bookings are actually for more than 7 days. That's a work-cation. And out of 7,500 employees surveyed globally, 1/3 said that they would rather quit than come back into office. Therefore, remote work is here to stay. Now, I'm not the only one who's bullish about the stock of Airbnb. The Motley Fool says that this company could be the next trillion-dollar company. They have 1.3% of a 3.4 trillion global market if you include travel experiences and remote work, which you should, and if they make their earnings increase by 8 times over the next 10 years, which is not too hard to imagine, they can definitely be the next trillion-dollar company. If you have any questions about Airbnb, I'd be happy to discuss them in the comment section down below. As always, please go over to YouTube, subscribe to the Vlog of Note channel, ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video, and I will see you guys in the next episode.